Hi everyone, it's Lee at Decoded here again, and today we're going to do another book review like the previous one we've done on Superman, Dawnbreaker. This one is the next one in the book series that DC released. It's Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu. So let's get into it. So Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu. I hate to say it, but I actually enjoyed this one a bit more than the Superman one. I like Superman more than I enjoy Batman as a kind of a character and comics and things. Don't get me wrong, I love Batman, but Superman's definitely my favorite. But in terms of these books, I really enjoyed this book a lot. To kind of give a rough idea of the story, Bruce Wayne is 17, and no, he's just turned 18. He's just turned 18 in the book, and he just kind of comes into his wealth as he hits 18. He's now kind of the controlling stake holder of Wayne Enterprises, and he's got access to all of these billions of dollars. And what is happening is, within Gotham, a gang is going around, and the gang, called the Nightwalkers, are targeting the rich and elite of Gotham City and stealing their wealth and killing the main guys or people within those companies, and then using that money to kind of fund their further terrorist organizations. But again, these terrorist organizations are only focusing on the rich elite of Gotham, particularly the rich elite that have done things to harm Gotham. So they're not necessarily rich people who are doing lots of good things with their money. It's kind of the worst within that society, Robin Hood-esque. As part of this story, Bruce Wayne can't help himself during one of these police chases where the police are chasing this kind of secret gang, the Nightwalkers, and he drives his fast car to stop one of the Nightwalkers, and he ends up getting parole and some community service. His community service involves him working in Arkham Asylum, and as part of his duties, where he's sweeping the floor and cleaning up and things like this, he meets one of these Nightwalkers that's been arrested and is locked in the basement of the secure wing of Arkham Asylum, and he ends up kind of becoming friends with this girl. And this girl is, I thought initially it might have been someone who would maybe go on to in later life become Catwoman. She's very Catwoman-esque. She's not Selina Kyle. She goes under a different name completely, but there are lots of kind of similarities between Catwoman and this girl, which maybe kind of you could maybe think maybe later on in his life, if he becomes Batman, or when he becomes Batman and meets Selina Kyle, Catwoman, maybe that's kind of something from his youth that he kind of reminded him of her, which is why maybe he likes Catwoman that he does. So yeah, really great story. There were a couple of parts in it that were actually quite touching, I thought, quite emotional. Certainly more emotional than the Superman book, which was just straightforward, kind of good classic Superman story. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there to do with his parents, and also the relationship with this woman that he meets, a young girl who's in the Nightwalkers. And again, it's all to do with Bruce Wayne, very early Batman. He's not Batman yet, but he's certainly starting to experiment and tweak with some of the stuff that he finds in Wayne Enterprises in the research lab with Lucius Fox and Alfred and things, helping him out to kind of deal with the Nightwalkers in this case and what they're up to. Again, being Bruce Wayne, he does get targeted himself by the Nightwalkers because he has a lot of money involved. Not as a victim to be killed necessarily, because he's just come into his wealth, but obviously certainly to be targeted for his wealth and to be punished as part of those elite within Gotham, which he deals with very expertly. A little clumsily, sure, but he certainly deals with it. And continues on. One of his friends in there is Harvey Dent as well, young Harvey Dent, who's supposedly at school with. So Harvey Dent is in there in his kind of early stages, who obviously later on becomes Two-Face. But yeah, he's certainly in there. And yeah, really great book. Like I said, if I were to kind of score these, I would maybe give I don't know if we're going to score these just as themselves. We'll give maybe this one 5 out of 5, and we'll give Superman 4 out of 5, just, you know, to give it some kind of scale. But yeah, really, really love this. Read through it, took me about 2 days to read it, you know, just kind of ate it up really quick. So yeah, Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu. So yeah, really, really enjoyed that one, and really good for any Batman fans. But also, again, if you don't know Batman, it's a nice origin story. It doesn't kind of go for, you know, that thing when he's kind of a kid and discovering the Batcave. There's kind of no Batcave in it. There's just stuff on the edges where it kind of dips into it. Does talk about the death of his parents and things, but there's nothing like that in there. It's just kind of him as an 18-year-old coming into his money and trying to deal with the start of the of his life as Batman. So yeah, really, really good, and you should definitely read it. Thanks very much.